There, I am in the office late tonight. I'm actually taking the time out to figure out exactly what is going to be needed for me to build this PC for Warhammer, which I'm looking at right now on my Steam account. And actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's actually really not that expensive to do. I don't want to go with the whole minimum. We don't want to do that. And I don't want to go with the requirements. I want to be a little over the requirements because, I like to future proof myself. I want to pay the money for this thing. I want to make sure it's a bit future proof. I don't want to go crazy on it, spend a ton of money, but I don't want to go cheap on it either. So I'm looking at the minimum specifications, which we don't want this because, again, I don't want to do minimum. I want to do the requirements, but I want to be over the requirements. So requirements for this thing, it requires 64-bit processor system, which is 10 or 11. That's not a problem. Operating system's easy to do. Let's see, AMD Res processor. We don't do AMD. I did AMD once. I'm more into Intel. So it's requiring a Intel Core 7. And I'm going to basically go out and just get an i9 because I think that's what I'll go with. I'm going to get the i9 processor, which isn't that bad. It's about $300, but it's not that bad. I paid way more than that when the i7 came out, way more than that. And I'm looking at here for the recommend for memory RAM. So we're going to be way beyond that. 16 gigabytes. We're going to be way beyond that right there. We always max out for RAM anyway. So I like that new RAM that got the lights up, and I'm going to liquid cool all of it in the case. Might as well. Let's see. Our graphic card. It's a graphic 8 gigabytes. Yeah, we're going to be past that. So they're talking about in here, you can use the RTX 3070. I'm looking at the 4090. I'm going to get the 4090. I'm going to probably get one of those because, again, I'm future-proofing it because, again, there's other stuff I want to run off of it. Now, like I said, there's a ton of games that I play off my Steam account that I cannot get on the PS5 system. I can't get on the Xbox system. And a lot of the titles for the PS5 are sitting on Steam account right now. So I just downloaded some games I can use on my system right now, but nothing that I need to run. I need something much more powerful to run the rest of the stuff. So some of the VR games that I got already planning to get, I'm going to get the Index system. I definitely need to get one of those. And those gloves and all of the cool stuff with it. But I'm going to have to future-proof my stuff. So let's see, storage is for this game takes up 75. We're going to be way beyond that, as in the PS system having 8. We're going to be somewhere between 100 terabytes of hard drive space. Yeah, I maxed out the gigabytes when it comes to hard drive space. I got a big case. And I'm getting solid state drives put in. I'm stacking them in. Nice cooling system, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to daisy chain a nice liquid cooling system. I might put 2 in liquid cooling systems in. Power supply doesn't require much. It's the minimum to run the 4060. If I got the 4060 minimum, it's like 300 something. Not much, but we do 1,000. Always do 1,000, and I get gold. The ones that are gold certified is the ones I like because, better safe than sorry when it comes to that power supply. Let me see. Ultra President SNS. Okay, required. Okay, that's not a problem. We always max out on hard drive space, RAM, all that. So it isn't crazy. There's nothing really crazy about it. I mean, if I went with basically the minimum requirements, which is basically an i5, which isn't bad at all, period. 8 gigs of RAM, graphic cards has to be 6 gigabytes, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we're gonna be on that right there. The 4060 is not a bad price. 4060 is like $300. That's not bad. So roughly, actually altogether, probably about $1,600 is going to cost me to put the whole thing together. And that's probably not even including the liquid cooling system, special fans, mods, all that stuff I want to add into it, custom for the case, artwork, everything else I'm gonna put into it. Because I'm gonna spend the money for this thing. I might just get all the parts I want to get. You know what I mean? No use in just getting the bare minimum, just get all the parts and put it all together. And of course, my PC has to have a theme because all my PCs have themes to them. So I'm decided to go with this one, to tell you the truth. I mean, the other one was going to be a fully coolie. It matches my keyboard over here. It went nice with my keyboard, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a Fallout. I do like Fallout. I think I'm gonna do a Fallout PC. Then we'll do that. Do a Fallout PC. Got to get a theme for it. So yeah, I'm gonna just knock it all out in a week and just basically get all the parts in here, and then put the whole thing together. That's what I'm gonna do. But not bad. So definitely gonna transfer my Steam account over to the other one and take it off of this one. 60 bucks. I'm gonna buy that right now. Partial controller. Oh, keyboard and mouse. I mean, you're going to bring in a beast of a keyboard and mouse in here too for this too. Because once I got in here just for play, I wanted to get some killer keyboard and mouse in here. If it does both, might as well. Mouse is like 10 times more accurate than your controllers. They're far more accurate. You're getting killed real quick in a game of Call of Duty, and you're thinking the guy's cheating. He's not. He's using the mouse and keyboard. That's what he's killing you with. It's far more accurate. Let me see. Oh, it's gonna be online co-op. That ain't bad. And they got this new thing called Family Share, which I have to look into that, because what the heck is Family Share? I haven't been on my Steam account in a while. Alright, add this to my wish list, because we're definitely getting this. Ooh, I'm playing this whole thing in 4K, and my projector is 4K. I actually got a 4K projector coming in. If I'm spending this much money for a graphic card, I'm going to have to get a 4K projector to run this thing off of. And I'm playing this off the Apex Gamer, which is going to look absolutely insane with all that power behind it. That's why I'm building the PC for it. This game right here. I literally build PCs for games. The majority, if you go to my old account, you see the computers I built, they're actually designed for games. I think the Steampunk, the one that was like a time machine, that was built for Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein, if I'm going to call it. That's what I built that PC for. Oh, we need a Warhammer PC. We have to build one. We have to build. Oh, it's already there. It's in my head. I'm sorry. I'll build me a Fallout later. I got plenty of time to build me another one. But we need a Warhammer PC. We need one. So time to call my buddy up. My buddy has the printing 3D printer. You can print up anything we want. We're gonna build one. Build me a PC just for Warhammer. This would be perfect for the Apex Gamer. So I'm in here looking at all the stuff I want to add to my account. Ooh, this is gonna be hot. I'm even gonna have that draped red cloth on the front of it. It is gonna be sick. Wait till you see what I do with this PC. It is gonna be sick. It is going to be sick. I'm going to have the action figures inside, full war going off. It's going to be insane. I might just basically put a crack down the side into the case, on the glass in the case. We could do that. Oh, if I can contact a friend of mine, he can put the bulletproof glass and we can have bullets lodged into the glass. Oh, that'd be sick. I'm thinking of stuff already. And what color are we going to do the liquid cooling system? Might do it all in red. Yeah, because it's coursing with blood. Are we going to hook this machine up? Have you seen some of the builds that I put together on my old account? Actually, my old account, yeah, I guess it was my old account being an additional one. Some if I build and put together, this thing is going to be nothing compared to what I designed, what I've actually put together. All custom paint job, everything, the whole 9 yards. That means we're going to have to change out our motherboards. Our motherboard needs to match everything. Our motherboard needs to be red and black. Definitely going to need that. Okay. I already know exactly how I want to build this thing. I'm gonna go look on here and see if we can find some. Put you down for a minute because I'm over here doing my accounts. Ooh, here we go. Let me make sure that my accounts pop up. Oh, there we go. That's my email account in there. See if anybody got any Warhammer PCs they built. Oh, well, I got you on here. I did do an update video, but I didn't get a chance to post it. So that new gunmetal technology we're working on? Oh, yeah. See, I got tired of gunmetal, like, gunmetal, that dark gray look to it, so we decided to change it. So we're engineering a whole different form of gunmetal technology. And I'm going to say this ahead of time, it'll wipe out any gunmetal screen on the market. Every single one of them. Like I said, if you thought the Imperial 38 or 39 Black Widow technology was a beast, ooh, this new stuff we're working on right now, yeah, it'll wipe any gunmetal clean. Black Diamond, Elite screens, I don't care who you are, it'll take your stuff out, just like that. So yeah, that's what we're working on next. We're changing the face of gunmetal. And I got a big time tester, which you're going to be sending, he's going to be buying up, he's been buying up everything we make over here. He's going to be testing it on YouTube to show how superior it is next to any gunmetal screen on the market. It'll take it with no problem. Yeah, then we'll be launching the Apex Gamer. So I'll be working on 3 different projects at the same time. I'll be working on the Apex Gamer. I'll be working on the new gunmetal technology. I think it's called the Astar or something crazy we gave it in the name. And I'll be working on Theater on to Go all at the same time. Oh, and we got a bigger window too. I have a window. I got a couple clients now for ad tech. A lot of clients coming in for ad tech technology to be able to advertise their company through glass. It'd be crazy not to have it. Warhammer PCs. Who's built one of these things? I know somebody's got one built already. I want to see what's going on. Warhammer PC case. Ooh, the Brotherhood. It is time. Oh man. And we're getting it in. Let's see. Come on, I gotta get some images in here. Where's some images of these bad boys? Let's see what we got in here. See, this is the reason why I love PC. This is why. This is why I love PC. These are case mods. Wow, look at this. This is insane. We're going to have to do a whole rust out job for this too on top of that. Give it kind of a corroded look to it. Oh, you freaking kidding me. Look at that. That is freaking beast. Oh my goodness. That's insane. Yeah, we're going to build some monsters. We're going to build a monster out of this baby at the end of the day. I might go up. I might get me an i12. If I can get my hands on i12s out yet, I'm buy one of those. I'm thinking about it because, man, we can go ham on this, man. Oh, this thing is going to be sick. I need to get the action figures. I need everything. So I go there and do my research and see how people put these things together, how they design their own, and to get my idea on how I want to design mine. Well, we should do an alien PC next, too. An alien PC would be pretty cool. Oh, shoot. Now, see, there we go. This is the part of me I didn't want to wake up, man. I'm thinking about a Beetlejuice PC. We can build whatever we want, because, again, this is what we used to do back in the day. I used to build my own PC mods. Oh, we got the action figures. I used to have these back in the day. What happened to my figures? Oh, wow. This is freaking cool. Alright, we got to get the buying. So I need to get all my parts, all my pieces, everything I'm going to need from there. See, I don't want a case with the stickers on it like that. Like they got the skins on it. I want something that looks alive like that. That's what I want. That's what I want. Like my my PC I'm building for my Fallout, which I'm going to be working on. The actual PC door slides back like a vault. I got a friend of mine designing me the whole door and everything. It slides back, so that's how you get access to your computer. You have to pull the vault back, the big vault door. Oh man, that they hooked it up in here. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh yeah, we definitely got to build one for this. This game is worthy. It is definitely worthy. So wait a minute. At the minimum requirements, oh yeah, you could run it off the PS5. You definitely could because I think the PS5, what do you guys got? Like what, 60, 70 in there or something in there? Yeah, 60, 70, 60, 70. I think it's 60, 70. Does the PS5 have a 60, 70 graphic card inside of it? I'm curious. I looked that up. I already know what I want to put together here. They got the mod case. I'll build my own. Let me see. I don't have to get me a case for this. Yeah, definitely a case for this. Man, that kind of looks like my, my steampunk boy. The one I put together. That's what it looks like. I wonder. Let me see. Okay, so I did a 40K PC. Jeez, did they? Did they? Yeah, they did build one. Jeez. Oh, look at that. That's sick. Yeah, my liquid cooling is going to flow blood. It's going to have the whole core system. Yeah, I'm going to be running liquid cooling system through my RAM, hard drive, my CPU, GPU, everything. I'm going to daisy chain the daylights out of it. Put a nice fan system into the coil so I can basically, the pipes, so I'm going to let it flow. Oh man, this is going to be sick. And we're going to do a customized keyboard. I don't think we're going to get the keyboard. We're going to build the keyboard ourselves. Well, actually, we make the keyboard to paint the keyboard the way we want it. That's why I found it funny. Like, I have one of the trolls, he was, just one of the trolls sat there and said, I'm sitting there playing on my OLED on my PS5. I build PCs. What are you saying to me at the end of the day? I build these. So you're playing on a console system, and I built gaming PCs. Yep. So I don't know what in the world. And as your OLED, yeah, my screen outside was 250 inches, had a 235.1 in one room, which was an all-black screen. Had a screen attached to my ceiling at 180 inches. Had 150 to the floor. Next room I had 127 inch. Go upstairs into the one room. I had an 80-inch at a portrait mode that I was using for work. Had another 80-inch on the opposite side of that wall. Going to the other room, I had a 150-inch. Yeah. And on the deck, I had a 35-inch and 126-inch. Yeah. And I make black technology. So your OLED, yeah, right. Please give me a break. Apex Gamer. The way that technology is going to be designed, it'll put an OLED freaking to shame. Apex, not Apex, the new technology we're working on, the Alpha, not Alpha, what is it? AdTech. AdTech has a black screen. Yeah, it's actually a Spartan. Yeah, there's a Spartan technology coming out. We're designing that's actually ultra black. It's Infinity One Legendary Spartan. It's ultra black. It'll put an OLED to shame. That's what we're engineering to do. So when I get people to make comments about saying I'm playing on OLED TV, yeah, I can go and get myself an 8K Christie projector and blow your TV clean out of the water at 150 inches at 235.1. And sunlight can push through my screen at the exact same time while I do it. Yeah, good luck on that whole TV thing. But anyway. And as for and not to be ranking on anybody as a PS5, if PS5, enjoy it and love it. But for people that come up to me and say, oh, I got a PS5. Yeah, I'll build a gaming system. At the end of the day, we'll turn your PS5 into a paperweight for 8 terabytes. 8 terabytes is literally going to be my backup system on my PC. That's what it's going to be used for, 8 terabytes. My system's going to go through the roof. I always like to put a lot of, pretty much, anybody who builds PCs knows at the end of the day that you're not going to use any of that stuff. You're not going to use anything close to any of that stuff. It's bragging rights. That's all it is. Because my system's going to be set up to be an elitist. I told you, in the PC world, it's a little different. You have your standard, your mids, and you have your elitists. I'm used to being in the elitist class, so gotta spend some money to get in there. So even though even the standard PC can take out a console, it's still in PC world. It's about that bragging right. So basically having that elitist setup. So you have to do something different that no one else is doing. Let me see. Oh man, they went all in on this. But yeah, if you have console, I'm a console gamer myself. I'm still gonna pick up a PS system. I'm not gonna mod or anything. I'm still gonna pick one up. But I don't want people thinking that he's going all PC master race. He's decided. I've been PC for a long time. I've been console longer than I was PC. So I played on gaming systems that some of you weren't even around when I was gaming. I don't think you were around. If you're roughly my age, you would know. But if you're not, if you're under my age, no, you weren't out when we had the Odyssey and we had the ColecoVision, Atari 2600, Pong. Yeah, I was around Pong. Computer systems before you were snapping together like Lego was all nothing but breadboards and soldering. That's pretty much what it came down to. Yeah. When you had a 14.4 modem. Ooh, super speed. 14.4. Then you had the 28s. Then you had the 56. 56 times 2, which was a little faster. And then the DSL came in. And if you really remember your stuff, you would remember that the N64 had a modem that you could play online with. Did you know that? So did Saturn, too. Saturn had one before. It was called SegaNet. Long before it was on the Dreamcast, Saturn had a system that you can actually literally play online. It was 28.8. I think it was 28.28. Something like that. It was a really old system, but N64 had one, too. It was a modem attached to a Game Shark. Yep. The first time I did voice and communication was on a Dreamcast playing a game called Alien Front. It worked much like a CB system. A little microphone on the top that was kind of seafoam green, and you press down and say what you had to say, let go, and the other person respond back, much like a CB. Okay, I like how they did this one over here. All right, so we need a PC case now. Oh, that's going to change now because they're not going to change different from that. I still got to take the PS5 out of that case. I can't have that case. I can't stare at that case. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't look at it. If I get a PS5, I'm not modifying anything on it. There's no point. The system's too old. It's a 4-year-old system. There's no point in putting that kind of money into it. If it just came out, I could see about that, yeah. But it's too old of a system. And as for, I'm not going to really put any games on it, honestly. I'm just going to use it for just some show and tell, for the console, for the whatchamacallit. That's basically about it. But I'm not going to put anything into it. But I'm definitely going to take it out of that case. That case got to go. I hate that case so much. You have no idea how much I hate that case. My sister's boyfriend has one. Every time I look at it, I go, ugh. Why would you put it in that? Xbox ain't no better. Xbox is like a square trash can. It does. It's like a freaking square trash can. I couldn't come up with any better shapes than that. Could have put it in one of these cool cases at the end of the day. Let me see. What you could have done. Put it in one of these cool cases. Would have been nice. Let me see. This is what you should have put the PS5 in. You should have put it in one of these cases. At least something like this. This would have been hot. They put the PS5 in a case like that. That would have been sick. Or something like that. That would have been nice. What are you sticking in that freaking case for? And there's no freaking flow in it at all. So that's what scares me about that system. There's just no real good air circulation in there. That's what scares me. And I want my system burning out. And it's not exactly cheap. Let me see what we got going on here. Voila. I love it. I love it. I'm going to change some of these out anyway. But I like this case. I love it. It is perfect. It speaks to me. We're definitely going to add tech glass. We got to add tech to glass. Definitely. definitely got to do something with that glass. Look at that. That is sick, man. My graphic card's going to fit in there. They got a 3090 in this one right now, RTX 3090. I've got the 4060 or 4070 coming in. That's what I want to get. Ooh, look at that, man. My baby's going to fit right there. Nice little liquid cooling system right there. Ooh. Next system that they build for these console systems, I swear you guys are literally going to have a PC. You have PC. You just might as well admit it. You have PC, literally. You have. If you had console, you would have no online. Well, you would have some online. I guess the basic bare minimum online. But you wouldn't have all these apps and stuff and all that stuff and going to surf online and everything and go to Netflix and Facebook and Hulu and all that stuff. And, you know, now you can hook keyboards up to them and you can basically, you have a PC? That's what you have. You literally have a PC. That's what you have. You have a PC. You don't have a high-end PC. You have a PC. But if they're going to keep building these systems and they're going to be putting bigger these graphic cards, you can't build it like a console. It's not going to work well. That's why your systems burn out so badly. They brick and they do all kinds of weird stuff, and their drives don't work correctly and all kinds of problems because your systems are literally cooking themselves because you don't have a big enough case. You need airflow, and that's the sad thing about it. They build some pretty nice console systems, but they keep sticking them in cases. You can't turn a console into a PC and stick it inside of a small little case because then you're going to have heat issues. These jokers turn around, you know, your CPU and GPU is all in the same chip. Is there a liquid cooling on that? No. You got a fan sitting on top of that. And then your power supply, as I explained before, is encased in this little tiny case that dust and everything else can get inside of it, clog all the holes up, and then your system overheats, like the Xbox 360 fiasco. And if you took one of those apart and you got a chance to look in the inside, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe we actually built this. What is the purpose of the heat shields? Like, why? Why do you do that? Why do you put heat shields in there? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Why? The 360 did that nonsense. Dell does that. Dell, the old Dells, the Pentium 4 Hyper Threads, they have these metal shielding on the inside. It's supposed to reflect heat. You got to be kidding me. It's a microwave in there. It literally is. You got to have a lot of room for flow. That's why people who get those systems, they pull them out of the case and they stick them inside PC cases. And they made it moddable. It literally, on the motherboard, it has 4 outlets or 4 holes in it to stick a liquid cooling system on it. You can put a liquid cooling system literally on it because they put those 4 holes in there. Yep. You can upgrade it if you want. But it's going to cost you money. As I told you before, if you're going to put in, if I'm doing, can we get some red fans? Or just swap all these out. If you're doing, see, tell me, get that out of the way. Tell me that wouldn't have been a hot case for the PS5. Tell me that would not have been a sick case for the PS5. Tell me that wouldn't have been. And if they'd put just a liquid cooling system on it, they're not too expensive. You can get a liquid cooling system for around $54. That's it. Single fan, the radiator system, and the copper block. That's all you need. That's it. Liquid cooling system on it, and then put in something like a what you can say, you got the lights and everything on the liquid cooling system, and put in 4 terabytes of hard drive space. That's it. Happy campers all day long. You have to open it up. You have to put that into it. Some people don't even want to go inside the case. They really don't. And spend no extra money. That'd be sick. They should have built it just like that. How much more money would it cost them to do that? And you know they don't spend the same much as we do for our parts. They get everything cheap and wholesale. That would have been sick. I would have loved to see that. Well, you know what? Tell you the truth, honestly, I might stick my PS5 in this. That is sick. Basic liquid cooling system right there. Basic right there. They could have easily done this. Oh, shoot. We're going to have to put this together, too. Yeah, because I can see a PS5 in this. This would be sick. Let me see what we got going on with this. Oh, look at that. That'd be sick for a PS5 case. That really would be. Definitely got to put one in there. I wish you can take out the CPU, but you can't because it's stuck in the CPU. Who did that dumb nonsense? It was just stupid. Oh, I should have kept them separated. They should have made the RAM so you can get access to it to pull it out. You do know that basically your heat sinks are in the back of your motherboard on your PS5, so you have to put some kind of heat sinks on the back of it to keep it nice and cool. And do a little modification with it. Oh, we definitely got to stick a PS5 on one of these things. That'd be sick. Look at that. Look at the liquid cooling system right on top of the board. It's a beautiful case. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. And put it, I want a temperature control gauge in there so I can see exactly how cool the case is. Especially when near the CPU. So when you get these temperature control units, they have sensors on them. Little tap sensors. Put your little sensor here, sensor there, and there. And it basically can tell exactly how hot your PC is getting. Or if you can't do it on here because the board won't allow you to do it. One of my motherboards had a system that would pop up. You can go into your keyboard, you can bring it up, and then you can basically go into the motherboard and bring up your temperature on how hot your PC was getting. Yep. It even had a button on it, so basically you can just hit the button. You can automatically basically overclock your CPU just by one button. That's it. It's a pretty cool. Is it MSR? MSI. I think it was MSI. But anyway, yeah. So you can't really tell because you can't get access to, I guess, your temperature, so you have to put a sensor system in there. This will control your fan speed and your temperature inside your case. We definitely have to do one of these. All right, it's expensive, like 150 bucks to change out a case, but I can't do that whole PS5 thing. I can't do it. All right, I'm gonna save this because I'm gonna come back and get that. When I get around to getting the PS5, we'll stick it in that. And liquid cooling system's not that expensive. Let's go in liquid cooling, liquid cooling, liquid cooling. Oh, water coolers. Change it out. Water cooler. For your PC or CPU, or for your computer. Bam. Not expensive at all, period. So basically, if you're going to do a single, let me see, a single fan, we have to modify this. It has to be modified. There we go. 40 bucks. This has a dual fan, 40 bucks. They could have stuck that in their system right there to keep your system nice and cool instead of putting that dinky fan on top of it that's just going to overheat later on and burn your system out. That's pretty much what it's going to do. Oh, look at this. Look, 50 bucks right there. You can do it yourself. Just take it out and just put it in yourself. That's all. Make sure you get some thermal paste. Get some good thermal paste. Do not go cheap on the thermal paste. Spend the money for the thermal paste. Because if you don't, you're going to pay for it later on. Spend that money for that thermal paste. This is what you need right there. This is perfect for the PS5. Perfect. Perfect right there. That's all single, all together. Bam, 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 bam. That's it. Pretty easy to put together. What's the RPMs on this fan? Now, what I like to do is I like to put a fan controller on this, speed it up a little faster so it cools down nicely. Yeah, but you can put this on your PS5. I'm gonna do a tutorial on my PS5. I'm taking it apart and putting it into one of those cases. Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Make you want to sit there and just cry over it. Just cry. There's your radiator system right there. There's your radiator system. The tubes go in here. Fan goes in the back here. Yeah, for those you already know, you know. Oh, look at that. It's got the temperature control on the liquid block cooling system. Oh, I miss PCs so much. I do. I can't wait to get back into building some crazy stuff. Can we put 2 of these in here? I wonder what we can do. The modifications. Yes, I love it. You have no idea, man. When you basically can build PCs, man, it's not hard to do. People say, "Oh, you can't do it." Yes, you can. You can do it. You literally can do it. It's really not that hard anymore. I mean, like I said, you grew up in the area that I grew up with. Well, guess what? Break out your soldering. Go run over to Radio Shack and get some parts. But right now, this is so easy to do. It's not hard to do. It really is. You build your own system. And it's not going to be expensive. Like, oh, computer parts are so expensive. It's not really expensive. A standard one, man, is actually... I built a standard PC. As a matter of fact, I did one. I built a standard PC to pretty much take out the... what is the Xbox 360? Yeah. It cost me $500 to put the whole thing together. That's all it cost me was $500. And it's far more powerful. I got to find that video. I forgot about that. I built me a PC. Yep. Turned it into a server. As a matter of fact, it actually shows up on one of my accounts that shows the steampunk right next to it. So it turned it into a server. Oh, yeah. So, let me see. Oh, look at that cool. Look at cooling. So freaking fantastic. Make you want to slap your mama. If you watch, you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you don't. I can't have time to explain it. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. See, this is the beautiful part about having PC over console. I don't want people to get mad over this, but this is our world right here. At the end of the day, we get to shop. We get to put our PC, put it together the way we want to build it. You know? Unless you go to Geek Squad or one of them places, and they put it together for you, which I would advise you strongly not doing at the end of the day. And it's just going to basically, you ever seen like the, oh, I hate it when they do this with PCs. They'll give you one side of it be okay. It's kind of like you got to go through a sacrifice thing with them. So one part of it, like you'll get a good motherboard, you get a good CPU, but your RAM will suck in the process. Maybe you might get a good RAM, you might get a good CPU, but your motherboard may suck in the process. You know, you just one or the other. You don't get all good parts. So yeah, that's how that works. Unless you're gonna really spend some very serious money and get all good parts. I like that liquid cooling system, but I'm looking for. We need an i9 processor. i9. They say you can use an i7. Yeah, you can use an i7, but what's the point? It's just going. That's so bare minimum to me. They would just recommend it, but let's see the i9. Yeah, i12. I wonder. They have an i12. i12. Does it exist? i9 only exists whenever an i12 exists. It's the i9 processor. Not a bad price, $250. It's pretty good. Boy, this is going to be cross-platform. You know what it means by cross-platform, right? It means you console gamers will be playing with this PC players. I'm playing on keyboard and mouse because I want it to be as accurate as can be. Yes, I'm playing on keyboard and mouse. I'm not doing controller. So I will have a speech. Say, you are not worthy. You are not worthy. Yeah, come on. Don't take it too hard. At the end of the day, I do both either way. It's just having some fun. Some people do go too far with it. Look at the i9 processors. Yeah. We want i9s, i3s, i7s. You can run i5 off of it too. i5 will run. That's an i5 run. I got an i5 under the desk. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It is worthy. It is worthy. It is worthy. Alright, so I was just curious. There was an i12. One day we'll have it. Alright, let me see. Gonna max out the RAM on it. What about 20 terabytes? 20 terabytes. 20 terabytes. TBs. They have these in solid state drives at 20 terabytes. What are we getting ourselves into? Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. We went to stack and build this thing. Probably have to build it ourselves. Get a rack and just slide them in there. What do we got here? 16 terabytes of power. Now see what I mean at the end of the day? See? That's 16 terabytes at $250. But the PS5 is requesting $350 for 4 terabytes. 4 terabytes. Oh, we got 20 terabytes. So it begins. Look at that. 20 terabytes. So it begins. Oh man, I get 4 of those in here, man. It'd be sick. But anyway, yeah, 359. Never mind, at 359, right? All right. So we'll go over here and go to Amazon, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. You know, people say we can just stick anything in there. Go ahead and play around, see what happens. You know, burn your ports out on your motherboard and see what other complications pop up along the way that you're gonna find out it's gonna be a nightmare for you. Now, I don't mind basically plugging in third-party controllers, because if I blow a port out, replace it. But you're talking about the motherboard itself. So you stick a third-party card in there, M2, I think M2, memory cards or everybody put in there, I think it is. You put that in there. Go ahead, right into your motherboard, and that thing malfunctions. Guess what else? A whole bunch of other nightmares are going to pop off on that motherboard too that could burn out in the process. So you don't want to go mess around in that area. Trust me. So you want to make sure if you put a memory stick in there to upgrade your hard drive capability, you want to make sure that it's officially by PS5 or PlayStation. And you don't want to go mess around in that area. Even when I was going to modify and do it, I was going to basically spend the $350 because, again, I'm scared to death to stick a third party in there and find out that other stuff is not working because there was problems that went off. That's like if you're doing the graphic card and the motherboard, you never ever use two different sets of parts. You basically use both of them from the same company. That's what I believe, and that's what I do, because drive can have driver conflicts. And your drivers may have conflicts with other drivers in there. You could have all kinds of problems could pop off on your PC. So when I buy a motherboard, it's the same motherboard make and model as it is in my video card. And less problems. I had an AMD and switched there with a freaking Intel. That's a freaking nightmare altogether. I had to go in and rip all that out of there all over again, especially when your machines are modded with all this artwork. You got to go in there, you got to pull out parts out of there because you had a driver conflict issue that went on in there. And AMD on one, freaking Intel didn't go too well. So let me show you right here. So we'll go over to Amazon real quick, and we're going to bring up and this is where I'm mad about these companies at the end of the day. And you know, it's funny because people will sit there and bust on the console gamers, and it's not your fault at the end of the day. They need to build you better systems. They really do. PS5 is supposed to be a next-gen system. There is no way in the world that thing should have been under a terabyte. And you're talking about once the system updates, you're 600, or you got 600 on there, that's it? That's what you have? That's bull. Come on, man. You know that's bull at the end of the day. You spend that kind of money for a system, and we don't give you that much. Oh, but you can go inside of it and update it. Yeah, so you can spend more money. Give them more money. Let me see, 4 terabytes for the PS5. Because I got friends of mine saying, well, you know, I got this as officially for the PS5. I paid $100 for it. Yeah, okay, see what happens later on. You know, if your system works, you haven't had any problems, but you're really taking a chance on that. PS5 expansion. Right there. License storage expansion. This is the one that the PS5 officially licensed storage. So it's not third-party support. They officially approved this. It's going to cost you a whopping $349 for 4 terabytes. That's it. That's messed up, ain't it? Yep. But meanwhile, $300 something I'm going to pay. It's going to give me 20 terabytes of hard drive space. Yeah, it's funny because I remember you didn't have to really spend this kind of money back in the day because you got little memory cards with it, and then after the memory cards, they started installing hard drives into the gaming systems. And because the hard drives you had involving the memory cards, you just had a hard drive in there, but that hard drive was not really saving anything. The hard drive was pretty much for your system. That's pretty much it. Then you start getting memory cards, or like the downloads of your memory cards, and you got actual hard drives put in, later on. And yeah, they just charge you too much money. They really do. Look at this one right here. This one is 4 terabytes right here. This one here, does it say officially? It doesn't say it doesn't say officially at all. That's what I look for. If I'm basically modding out my consoles, I'm looking for parts that basically are supported by the company. Officially licensed storage expansion. See, this one is right there. And that's going to cost you $346. That's what that's going to cost you. You got another one right here. It's another 4 terabytes. It's going to cost you around $270. Of course, they probably knew what they were doing anyway, because they figured that you're going to run out of room anyway. You got these big games coming out, and the games are going to use a lot of freaking memory, so you're just going to get more money. That's why they probably didn't put it in there. Yeah. No matter what you choose, it's still going to cost you money. It's extra money to put on top of a system that you spent, what, $600 for? $500 for? So, yeah. Now, mind you, this is just the memory that's going to go into your system, right? The system does up to 8. So you're still missing 4 more. So you can't use one of these because you only have 1 slot. Basically, that's all you have. So that means this is an external. You have to put in an external, which means you're going to need another one with a case around it. And that's going to cost you probably about $200-300. And if it's $100, it's still going to cost you a little more than you already spent. $350 or $340. You're going to spend another $100. That's $450. You literally almost bought the console system itself by itself. Come and play, everything's a-okay. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I think the console system is fantastic, for kids and stuff. And the kids get it, they really don't care about all that stuff. They don't care about saving this and saving that. They don't. They really don't care about all that. It's not a big thing for them. Just getting on there having fun. That's it. But for the adults, on the other hand, you realize that you're buying these games because, a kid's only going to get games if his parents allow them to have it. But as an adult, you're going to be able to buy whatever you want. And you're going to realize that at the end of the day that you don't have enough space. Do you have any idea what GTA 6 is going to eat up? Oh my goodness, I think it's like 300 at the most. Yeah, good luck with all that. You're definitely going to be going out and saying, hey, what can I do to increase the ability to be able to add more games to it? It's going to cost me how much? You've got to be kidding me. Like, really? Yep. Now, if they had just came along and put you in that nice cool case with the liquid cooling system and started you off at 4 terabytes from the door, you would have been fine. You wouldn't need all this to begin with. And this system, new system is supposed to come out something like in, what is it, the new system supposed to come out like probably good maybe 4 more years, maybe 3 more years from now. Yeah, if it's 3 more years from now, just imagine the games you're going to develop between here and now, how fast it's going to eat up space on your system. Whew. That's what you got to figure out. Unless you're going to go through the whole process of just deleting stuff and putting it back on and deleting stuff and putting it back on and deleting stuff and putting it back on and deleting stuff and putting it back on. It used to be that people stayed with console because of the exclusive titles. The only problems with the exclusive titles, they're on PC too. There's not a lot of exclusive titles for the PS5 system. Some of the games are basically remastered, like Spider-Man. Really, if you beat the game and just pay it in 4K, that's going to change it? No, they did a lot of remastered games, so you don't have the exclusives anymore, like the hardcore exclusives, like Gears of War. You know what I mean? Certain games that you would never make it over to PC that kept people coming back. Halo, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Those are the games that kept me coming back to the system, because games you were not going to find on freaking PC. Yep. 20 terabytes of solid state drive. Boom! Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Do 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 do. Give it to me, baby. So I'm saying, you rip you guys off. And I go do the same thing because I'm the one that got to turn on. I got to spend the money to basically, well, crap, I'm not upgrading Jack. I'm not doing it. I'll just basically swap. Oh, who am I kidding at the end of the day? I'm going to upgrade the hard drive. I know I am, because it's just me at the end of the day. It's what I want to do, because it's basically going to drive me nuts. We're going in there and freaking deleting games and putting it back in and deleting games and putting it back in. I'm just going to cough up the 350 and just stick it in the machine and be done with it. Wow. I know myself at the end of the day. I know what I'm going to do. I know that I'm going to basically change out the memory. I know I'm going to do it. All right, I want to go in and I want to get, oh yeah, while we're over here too, let me see if this PS5 is going to cost me now. Gee, that's the reason. I have to mod this system out. Let's see, PS5. You know, I used to be a hardcore Xbox fan at one point. Yeah, I was a huge because of Halo. So I'm a big Halo fan. But after I saw that trash can, I was like, nope, done. I don't like the square. I don't like it. It's square. I mean, come on, man. You put no imagination to it. Like, seriously, I mean, what are they doing when they're designing the Xbox system? We'll just make a square, and we'll stick a drive on it, and we'll just put some control. Really? A square? Gee whiz, man. They just ran out of ideas. That's what it comes down to. They ran out of ideas. You just could have just made it a circle. That would have been cool and put a stand on it or something. When you made it square. We made the console. Where's the console at? On here. Yeah. We made it square. I know people sitting there saying, yeah, but you're just hating on. I'm not hating on the system. It's just they could have did a better job. They should have did a better job. I'm not saying the systems are whack or corny, because they're not. They're good systems. They just could have did better. They could have done a lot better for what they charge for these systems. It's too much money. They're charging you a ton of money, man. They could have did a lot better than that. They could have darn well taken that PS5 and They could have took any of them, put them in better cases than the cases they got them sitting in right now. And they could have definitely basically put liquid cooling systems on both of them. You know how cool that would have been to have like a sky blue liquid cool system bouncing back and forth on your system? That would have been sick. And come on, you know they should have gave you guys 4 terabytes. If you knew the system was going to eat that much memory to begin with at 1 terabyte, why would you put it on there? Yeah, and make you buy more stuff. That's why, to buy more accessories. And that's what it comes down to. Just get as much energy as we possibly can. Like, why can't they give you the service for free? PC, we don't pay for the service. You don't pay for no subscription fees. I pay for subscription fees on the PS4 over here. I pay for them on PC. They should give you that for free. You bought their system, right? And good, there you go. $500. So $500 for the system. And I'm literally going to sit here and spend $150 for the case, because we don't want the case, because we know there's not enough airflow pushing to that thing. I need a liquid cooling system because the fan on it is not going to work for me. That's $50 right there. So we're at what, $200 now? And then we got to upgrade that hard drive, because that hard drive is wow. That's another $350 right there. So guess what? I just paid more to upgrade this thing than the system cost. Look at that. Oh. Ugh. Now, some people like the case. They love it. Some people love it. They like it. They think it's beautiful. Hey, I'm not hating on your decision. I mean, you like it. That's you. This is me. I have a right to my own decision. And what I feel, I don't like the case. I think it's ugly. Okay, how many stickers you put on this thing? So they're $500. Jeez. $500. That's not bad. All right, let's go to play. We can play game controllers. Game controllers for PC. Bam. So it begins. Yeah, that's one thing too. I used to get that all the time from people I used to play console games with all the time. I did both, so it didn't make a difference. But they would say, "Oh yeah, but console's more superior." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, why are we even having this conversation? Do you have any idea how many different forms of controls we have for a PC? Like I can use your controllers." Yeah, there's just so many. And our flight simulators. You ever seen a flight simulator for a PC? It is freaking huge. Massive mech controllers, driving, yeah, the whole 9 yards, everything. You can think of it, it's there. Any kind of simulator you want to think of at the end of the day, we got it. So let me go over here and let's show you. Let's go, oh man, let's do PC controllers. PC controllers for flight simulator. We got to build a wraparound screen for this. We definitely got to put in a wrap. Oh, I got this. This is mine right there. My Thrustmaster. So let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go, people. You want to really get technical? There you go. These are for people who actually fly planes because, man, I would not know what the freak I am doing with all this going on right now. Look at this. This is all freaking operational. You know how insane that is? Look at that. If you think you're having problems memorizing the freaking controllers, look at this thing. This thing is insane. It's got freaking... Oh, wow. This is crazy. I got a friend of mine who flies a plane. He probably could understand all of this. I wouldn't understand any of this whatsoever. That's crazy. Well, how'd you learn to fly planes? Video games. It's like when you had that 13-year-old kid that was driving a car. Like, how'd you learn to drive a car? Video games. What are you? What are you? Look at that. Man! Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, we gotta get one of these. We gotta pick one of these up. We gotta get one. Oh yeah, I got a flight stick over there from whatchamacallit. I gotta go break out my flight sticks equipment. Look at the switches on that sucker, man. Oh my goodness, this is what I'm talking about. Man, yeah, we gotta get something like this. I'm gonna build me a wraparound screen. We gotta build a wraparound screen for a flight simulator since we're putting this PC in. Oh, mech games. Yes, giant mech games. It'd be cool. We'll get to find a mech controller. Oh, that's a flight simulator. Flight simulator. Oh, do we have a mech controller? Let's see. PC mech controller? No, there we go.
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Steel Battalion, Heavy Armor, and MechWarrior 5, Mercenaries.
Well, I can say the best mech controller ever was actually from a console system. There he was. It was called a Steel Battalion. It was actually sick. I had one. It's freaking amazing. 40-button mech controller, 3 full-size foot pedals, even a eject button to get your butt out of the machine so you don't basically lose all your memory off your hard drive. But do we have anything else that's been configured for any kind of PC for basically mech assault? What the heck are you? Oh, this is for flight. That's something else. I'm going to use all these. Oh, that's one-handed. Oh, what the freak? It is one-handed. That's sick. That is definitely sick. Definitely got to do that. Thrustmaster. Boom. What do we got for the mech? Anything here for the mech besides the Steel Battalion? Steel Battalion still reigns supreme on that one. Yeah. I wonder if you can put get a joy box. Hook it up to a joy box. Man, they got to come with some better mech controllers. Really, these things are fantastic if you're operating tanks. Do we have a tank controller for PC? Oh. Oh, that's not bad. I do an online tank game. Ooh. Alright, that seems pretty cool. Let me see. I gotta look this up too. G2 gaming headsets. G2s. Nope, don't want those. I want the, I said Astro Boys. They're good ones too. I need, G2 VRs. Here we go, people. That's when we get into the big boy toys. We're definitely getting the VR system hooked up to this baby. I do want to get the Quest 3. I do like that, the Quest 3 Pro. I do like that system. I'm definitely going to get one. But I do want a gaming PC because, you know, when I played in the Quest system, you know, the Quest system and VR and Index and G2s are cross-platform. And you can go into, I think it's big screen mode. I think it's in there where people all get together. I forgot what it's called. We get together and talk. And there were a few people in there that were using the Index and using the or Steam Index and using the G2. And man, it's just insane the stuff you see them do. Their avatar would do some weird stuff because again, they're hooked up to this whole tracking system. And I wanted the whole setup, but you need a good PC to do it. So let me see. What's our specifications to run? Specifications running. No, we butchered that one. Specifications needed to run the G2 VRs. Oh, we can cook this. Oh, we can cook it easy. So basically, you need an i5 or i7 processor. We're going to have an i9 on ours, so that'd be easy. And we got enough gigs of RAM. We're definitely going to conquer it. No problem. Oh, we could run this easily. USB 3.0, mostly all of them have them in their ports. And our machine does 4K. Oh, we could run this easy. I'm definitely going to get one of these G2s. So it's kind of like when I was talking to the guy, like when he had the G2s, and I said, "What's it like to have those things on?" He said, "Man, the control for your fingers to be able to pick up objects and stuff is so freaking accurate. It's not even funny." The best way he can put it, it was like being able to thread a piece of thread to a needle on how accurate them things are. Gotta have them. You can literally pull a clip out of your gun and throw it, and one of them you can catch it and put it right in. It's freaking amazing. I'm getting one of these because I like to go into these VR worlds and just relax, like under the ocean, under the sea. Let me see if we can get this on our graphic card. Let me see, was it more? Oh, yeah, accept your cookies. Oh, I think that's a G2. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Bump, 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 bump. We got that. Da, 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 da. Bump, 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 bump. Minimum 16 RAM. Got that too. Bump, 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 bump. There we go. Okay, here we get to the graphic cards. GeForce. Let's see. GeForce GT 1080. We got 1050s and underneath of me, so 1050s are definitely obsolete. So yeah, that's for the work PCs. But the work PCs are going to be switched over. So the two PCs I have underneath me, I'm going to put a 500 watt power supply on them, liquid cooling system, and I'm going to put in the GTX 1650s in them. Just some basic stuff. That's all. Run some of my more other games I want to play on here, but the big boy machine, yeah. 2070, 2080. These are all 2080s, 2070s, 2080s Ti's. Oh, that's it? Yeah, I could run this with no problem. See, that's why I told you that they rip you off when you go to freaking, I'm not saying Geek Squad, but some places say that they build these VR machines that you can run, and they put 1660 graphic cards in there. You ain't running jack off a 1660. It's not even going to work. Can't run a 1660. It's not going to work at all, period. These are much higher than 1660. Okay, so yeah, I could run it with no problem. What we're doing. Let me see. That's full resolution. Full resolution power. Oh, you can run it. Oh, wait a minute. This is at half resolution, so you can run a GTX 1660 in here. Where's it at? There we go, 1660. You can run it, but you're not going to be at full power. Yeah, okay, you can run it. It'll run. But that's it. That's all we need. That's it. Okay, giddy up. Giddy up. What about the Steam Index 2 specification? No, specifications. We don't need that. Steam Index 2 VR's requirements. Can we get that again? What do we got here for sale too? Steam Index 2 requirements for VR. Windows 10 or Linux. We're definitely doing Linux on the PC. I'm definitely not running the Windows on mine. Windows get on my freaking nerves. Every turn around, it pop in the middle of the game. Like, you got an update. We'll run Linux instead. Done with it. Processor dual core hyper-thread. Memory 8 gigabytes. NVIDIA GeForce GT 970G. What is this? This is really low. This is the minimum. Okay, that's the minimum. What's our max on this thing? Minimum. Where is the maximum requirements? Because every time I come on here, my Steam account, like Steam video games, Steam VR, VR, and we want to do VR. There's some days that I go into the VR world. Let me see. All right, so that's the minimum. That's pretty much nothing. We get the 60, 70, the 60, 70, or 60. No, I'm sorry. 40, 60, and 4080 graphic card. What would a 4080 cost me anyway if I wanted to get a 4080? If I wanted to get a 4080, what's that going to cost me? Where are you? Lights, right. Let's see if you want to get a 4080 super. Ooh, man, that's a little bit for much for me. I don't feel like paying $1,000 for a card. Early in the morning. No, we're not doing $1,000 for a card. Not. Nope. Time for me to go home. I'm gonna go home. For 60. 460. Really? That's for 60. Let's see. PCI Express 4.0. Just now 16 gigabytes. Yeah. Oh. That's not a bad price. 400. I can do 500. Under the 500 mark, that'll be perfect. I can do that. It's no problem. Okay, good. I like this. I'll take that. That'll give me more than enough power. Alienware. No, I am not doing Alienware. I'm not a big fan of Alienware. I had a buddy of mine who loved Alienware. And used the Alienware laptops back in the day, and things were huge, like phone books. I'm pretty sure they're much thinner now, but yeah, he had one of those. And he could build PCs too. I mean, he literally could build them. He was actually much more advanced than I was. He was a programmer. He was way up there. I'm like, why in the world did you go out and buy a freaking an Alienware laptop? And that thing was huge back in the day. It was huge. Like, why? Like, my machine was far more powerful than his. You know, i5. This is when the i7s first came out. I had one with an i7. And he's sitting there running freaking an i5 because it has Alienware. You paid for the name. You're a programmer. You should know at the end of the day not to buy anything from there. You could build that thing yourself. Yeah, that's what he bought. My buddy June built his system. My buddy TK built his own system. Everybody that was in the game in the secret store were all programmers. They're all builders. And he was the smartest one. He was smarter than all of us. And he bought an Alienware. I'm like, why? You could have built that machine, literally. But they build it for you. Yeah. A nickel and dime you. Any place you go to, they're going to build it for you. They're going to nickel and dime you. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. They're definitely going to get over on you. You're better off just, if you know what you're doing at the end of the day, build it yourself. Pringles. You'll save more money, and then you'll get the parts you want instead of dealing with the sacrifice parts. Like, well, I got a really good motherboard, and the CPU's nice. The RAM sucks, and the graphic card sucks, and the power supply sucks. Or they give you like, well, some good parts, and they give you this crappy case that looks like garbage, like really crappy case. It's an it's an eyesore just to look at, like, because it's ugly. It puts you in the most ugliest case you could think of. Oh man, we used to tease them on that. We used to tease them every day on that. Like, why? Why did you go buy Alien? Don't even bring it up. Don't bring it up in the conversation. Nothing. We all did custom builds for ours. We went out and bought Alienware. You know, I got some people that are going to get offended over this. My friends like, what do you got against Alienware? I got nothing against Alienware. I just don't feel the need to have somebody build something I can do myself. Like, if you got the skills to build a house, literally, you have the skills to literally build your house. Why would you hire somebody else to build it? At the end of the day, no one's going to build it the same way you're going to build it. I don't care who you hire at the end of the day. They're not going to build it the way you want it built. You can give the blueprints all you want at the end of the day. You're just going to have that you're going to have to be around them 24/7 and make sure they're doing it right. You might as well do it yourself. I would never let anybody take that kind of, if I enjoy doing it at the end of the day, I'm not going to let anybody take that fun out of the day. I can actually say at the end of the day, I built this with my 2 hands. So they're watching Sunny in Philadelphia bloopers. Yeah, you built with your own hands. Let me see. Let me add another one to my collection pretty soon. Oh, you're supposed to be typing in. To build it yourself.
Yes, this is Steve. I'm sorry about the same thing about my company. The water cooling heat at the exact same time. So it's kind of like a vegetable oil cool PC. And then at the same time, I'm running a water cooler at the same time.
Vegetable oil. Submerge the entire PC in vegetable oil.
This right here is my gaming PC I just built. Still got a little more to do with it. I have more vegetable oil to add to the case.
You said i7 in them.
On the side, I had to add that in there because you guys wouldn't be able to see the Big Daddy in there. And is a little sister. I'm a big fan of Bioshock, as you guys know.
I don't even know why people bother taking out the fans. They're not going to run forever. They don't. What happened is they get caught up with the oil and they stop. The lights will still work. All your LED lights will run perfectly with no problem whatsoever. But the fans will stop moving after a while. I've seen people go in and take apart the power supply. Dumbest thing you could possibly do. I seen somebody on YouTube, some tech guy on there, take apart the power supply. What the freak you gonna take apart the power supply for? You mess up your system, get electrocuted in the process. Just leave it alone. Drop the whole thing in there. It's gonna run with no problem. It's just the lights are gonna come on. It's the power supply is gonna start working. You don't need to remove any fans. It's just stupid. And then the other thing they did was, on top of that, when you do a vegetable oil submersible or mineral oil PC, you have to have a liquid cooling system directly on the CPU. If not, you're going to cook your parts. That's what's going to happen. The CPU is going to generate a ton of heat. You have to wait to keep it cool. So if you run a liquid cooling system, and don't drop those fans in vegetable oil because you need those to actually run, you're going to be able to keep your CPU nice and cool. And people will drop everything in there, don't have anything in there to run on the PC, no liquid cooling system whatsoever, and then wonder why your system stops working and is blinking and making all these weird noises because you just cooked your system. See right there? Optical drive, when they used to use them, and there right there is your hard drive right there. Liquid cooling system right there. Radiator and fan system right here. Runs right to the back, connects right onto the block, the CPU, keeps it nice and frosty. I've seen people, and I learned that the hard way because I went and bought myself an old Pentium 4 Hyper Thread. Got it at the thrift store for $50. And the old IDE cables. Stuck it inside of a case to see what would happen. Pulled all the fans off of it. It cooked itself. And I learned the next time around when I do it, make sure I have my liquid cooling system right on top of the CPU. See? Boom. That's my own custom mod design. Give it kind of a rustic kind of look. By the way, cases get heavy.
On the side of the case, like someone's actually being murdered inside.
You were like, what in the world? What in the world? What in the world? Completely new case. I can't wait to build my new case. So if you see my mod skills on basically, I've custom built everything. Everything's all custom built, painted by hand, the whole entire thing. So the new one I'm going to build right now for this Warhammer 2 is going to be absolutely sick. And on top of that, my screen's going to be an Apex Gamer, which is going to put everything to shame. That's the kind of power I'm going to have at the end of the day. The ultimate screen paint design strictly for dedicated gaming, a monster rig, and of course, Warhammer 2 to play, or anything else on the play. And GTA is going to look incredible on that technology. Incredible. So, yeah, we're going to have it at 64 ounces pretty soon. It's going to be at 64 ounces. The new vapor lock containers. And let me see. Oh, by the way, the gunmetal's not available on the Black Series site. We're switching over the domain name for the Crystal Age. It's going to have a different name for the domain. It's going to basically connect with the Black Series. I got to put that update up so it should explain to you everything that went on with that. Let me see. Where we at? Booyah. I got to put the new label on there too. Yeah, pretty soon. We already got the ingredients. It's right over there. I just ordered everything. My ingredients are sitting right over there in that case over there. All I got to do is take it down and make it, and this thing comes to life. So we're going to do a little fun with it. We're going to do half a gray screen, half a white screen. put it next to our technology, show you how badly your console or gaming system is failing on a gray screen. Show you where your contrast levels are not kicking, nothing's pulling up. And I'm getting a 4K projector to run my system off of, and a 4K projector is going to look horrible on a gray and white screen next to this new technology. Got the portable screens coming out with it with the free retro prize. Boom. So if you're a hardcore gamer out there, this is going to be a must. All this is going to be filled up with all our new videos. I've already laid the foundation. We're just about done. My business cards are already here. We have basically ordered all our projectors. Everything's pretty much done. Pretty soon we're going to start showing demonstrations of this technology in different locations. With that retro rage. You know, it's going to make your old games look incredible. It's going to make your new games look incredible. You're going to have that ultimate black contrast level, which is an extremely important commodity when it comes to gaming. And then on top of that, consider the fact that, you know, no calibrating, no expensive projectors, none of that nonsense. It's not ultra short though compatible, but it'll work on a gray screen. Are you kidding me? Anything will work on a gray screen. If you're going to call your product superior or top of the line, it needs to work on ultra short throw. What are you going to do? Just say we can't use this screen paint. We got to point you in the direction of this gray paint over here that doesn't even produce a contrast level. Well, how does that even work? And the gain has to be actually real. Real gain has to be real. Can't make stuff up as you go along. Yeah, can't do that. So your stuff is going to have to. Now see my disclaimer at the bottom where it says right there, please note that this disclaimer, and please note this is a disclaimer that these videos are not owned by our company. We do not claim ownership over these videos, trailers displayed on this website. You gotta put a disclaimer in there, if not get yourself in a lot of trouble. But anyway, so there's the Warhammer on there. So we're going to have all these different games showing the difference why your gray screen is going to be a complete fail when it comes to gaming. It's going to be a complete fail with anything, but yeah, with gaming. I remember when I was doing demonstrations with the 5,000 lumen projectors, and they would come in and complain and go, oh, you're using the 5,000 lumen projector. Let me tell you, understand this. Your screen paint doesn't work on a 5,000. I own them. You don't work on those projectors. You don't run on them. You know why? Projectors are pushing out too much light. I already did a demonstration. We took a 5,000 projector and we sat at least 3 feet from a screen. You know how much power 5,000 lumens is when it hits the screen at 3 feet? And a gray screen couldn't read it. At 5,000, it couldn't read it. A white screen couldn't read it. Gunmetal can't pick up next to an Apex gamer. It can't read it. The Quasar, the mother of all screens, can crush any screen that goes in its path. And then we got the new technology coming up, the ultimate gunmetal. I know the naysayers be upset when they hear me talk like that, but it's true. Come on, man. I mean, what else we got to do at the end of the day? I mean, literally, seriously. We don't have the glass ceilings at the end of the day. I literally did a video talking about we don't have ceilings. They don't exist for us. We can engineer whatever we want. So I'm looking at this gunmetal technology and I'm thinking, why is it all gray? Yeah. We need to change that. So now we're going to change it. Now we got this new technology coming out pretty soon, and it's going to wipe out, again, as we always have done with our gunmetal technologies. It's going to take out all the gunmetal screens. And if you're claiming to have gunmetal, which we know you don't, you can't say you have gunmetal that you test against gunmetal technology. I don't know why people do that. People claim to have gunmetal and they don't test against gunmetal. Let me see. My people coming here chatting like, yeah, what you got, Mr. Bird? What you got? What you What you designing next? What you got next? The change is coming. Boom. Boom. Yeah, that's the new stuff coming out. I'm tired of looking at the gray gunmetal. It bores me. So I'm bringing out a whole different face on gunmetal technology. And to prove that it is going to be the #1 gunmetal in the market, we're just going to wipe them all out. That's all. So if you make claims that you're gunmetal, we're coming for you. And if you're not gunmetal, I would advise you move it off your website as fast as possible. You're going to get a cancellation against you or whatever, but you don't have it. You can't go against this screen. And the beautiful thing about this technology is the fact that not only are we going to wipe out 5,000, $6,000, $7,000 gunmetal screens like we usually do, is that the customers are not going to have to spend all this money for these high-end expensive screens when we have this technology. Now, this technology is only going to be available on the Chris Rich site, which is going to have a new domain name next to it because the name's going to be changed. And just to add real quick, because I know these naysayers think they jumped the gun too fast, we can change the domain name to whatever we want. This does not exclude that we can't sue you. Can't say, well, he got rid of the name, he's using something else. The domain name is still mine. I'll still be paying on it. Doesn't make a difference. But the copyrights, well, they're around forever. Not forever, but 75 years, I think it is. Yeah. And then another additional 75 years after the person who designed them dies. I know my rights at the end of the day. So whether we use it or not, you're still getting sued. Doesn't make a difference. You understand that? Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Trying to explain to a judge. He doesn't use them anymore, so we have a right to use it. Did you get permission from Mr. Bird? No, I did not get permission from him. Then guess what? You're getting sued. Simple plain. But anyway, this right here is going to be the new technology for gunmetal. Now, I'm going to have a little fun here with this technology. I'm going to advise my investors to find me a screen because I'm tired of looking for screens. I've had to go halfway across the world to get a screen from Ireland to bring it over here to test against the Quasar technology. So I'm going to leave it up to my investors to do their homework and find me something that can take out my screen. You know how much money that brings into my accounts at the end of the day? Every time one of those investors comes back with some screen and we take it out, guess what? That basically pushes them to give us more money because our technology is that good. That's how you do it. Instead of talking, sometimes talk isn't not enough, and sometimes testing's not enough. Let's let them go get all the screens that they possibly can to put against my technology and watch me just wipe them out. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. Well, clickety-clack, clackety-click. I got to get home. Got things to do. Got to be back in here tomorrow to get more work done. As usual, I'm not going to do a lot of these streams, just to let you know. Just once in a blue moon, I pop up with one of these. Just wanted to talk about the gaming PC that I'm building. Yes, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I wonder if I can get one of those swords with the saw on it, which would be pretty cool if I can get the guy cutting through the glass. That'd be sick. Wouldn't have half the sword sticking out one. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome. Have some kind of... what do they call those things at the end of the day? I keep forgetting the name. It's trolls or anything to call them. On the other side getting cut up and blood just leaking down the side of the cage. It'd be kind of cool. Alright, people. I'm out of here. I'll go look over these. Where's my Steam account at? There we go. Boom. Going to my library. I just got this one today. This is actually really freaking good. It's a mech game. Oh, it's online. You can get it in. Got a new game that actually allows you to destroy cities and stuff, man. It's giant monsters that wreck everything. I mean, everything. Beautiful, detailed cities. You ever watch Simulator, the cities, and just want to basically just go through a giant monster suit and destroy everything? It literally, this is the game right here. That's what I love about PC, man. Some of these new programmers that come on here and they design these really amazing games, man. And man, the stuff you can do in here is crazy. Let me just play a little bit of this, man, to show you how insane this game is. I freaking love this so much. Got it for like $8. That's it. That's what I love about PC. Interesting, crazy, quirky games that they have that I love to play. Do we have a video on this thing? I'm gonna get all the DLCs on here too. Let me just play this video. There's somebody actually playing it. I love this game. Just go run destroying stuff. And I like the physics on how the buildings crumble. Because I don't like them when you hit a building that floats up in the air and breaks up in little pieces. That's not realistic. This thing is so freaking real. It's so fun. That's so fun. For a minute, I thought it was VR, but it's not VR. Freaking love this game, man. Yeah, we didn't get to. We don't have a stand yet. Can't show you any stuff yet. We got the DLCs for this too. I think it's more zombie games too. Let me see. Where's this store at? I'm gonna go to the store. I do some buying today. Some buying some more stuff. I just want to see what the Warhammer was, what I needed for that. So that's good right there. Well, I got to figure out how to build my screen. I do want to do my screen in 2 different ways. I want to do it in portrait, and I do want to do a, what, a 235.1. We're going to have to build a really big screen. Because we would do it in portrait. I want to be able to do portrait on the screen, and I want to be able to switch it over to 235.1, and then switch it over to 1610. So we need a big screen to do that. To be able to change out the aspect ratios at will. And this is going to look awesome. Now, you see really quick. Look at that bell collapsing in the background. If you can't play this game, you see that contrast level. If you can't play this game in a fully lit environment and your screen washes out in the process, your screen has failed miserably. You should be able to pick up perfectly all this contrast, the shadows, everything in a fully lit environment. You should be able to do it. We're going to have this thing on display in a commercial environment, showing this, producing all this contrast, everything, the detail, all that in a fully lit environment. Can't do it on a gray screen, you're gonna have a problem. Oh, by the way, when we do test these screens, you're gonna be in a commercial environment. This is the whole different world. There's no controlling of lights, no darkened environments. You're gonna be in a fully lit environment, and you have to be able to function. So the Cinemax I will be picking up. Definitely, I'm gonna throw you in a commercial environment. See if your stuff actually works in a commercial environment. You should be able to function, right? You said you can pick up 100% contrast, you can read color, you don't require ambient light rejection technology. So I'm going to test you. I'm going to put you out in a commercial environment and see if you work, and get the opinions of other people in the environment, which screen is more superior. I'm tired of you great screen paint talkers. That's too much trash. I want to take you out into the limelight. So no more dark apartments. No more high-end projectors. I'm going to stick you out in a fully lit environment, all commercial. See if your gray screen product works. So you can get a little limelight. Yep. See, that's the thing about it. You stay in them dark apartments and dark houses all day long, and you do these demonstrations, and you sit there and say at the end of the day, well, you know, our product works just as good as his does. No. You got to complete those challenges. Look at that. You have to look just like that. I can play a PlayStation outside at 180 inches. You see that contrast? That's literally how your screen should be picking up, just like this, in a fully lit environment. If you have to turn the lights out, then you got a problem. Definitely have a problem. I love when people are saying, but you're in the dark. How can you talk about ambient? With the experts in ambient light rejection technology. Once you get to the point you can absorb sunlight, then you can call yourself an expert. Let me see. Or you can do this. You can go outside at 180 inches and do this. When you can do that, then you can call yourself an expert in ambient light rejection technology. Bounce it off ceilings, bounce it anywhere you want. Pick up at 100 angles. See it right there? You should be able to see the menu crystal clear outside. You should not be able to be sitting in the dark. That's what I can understand people who claim to have good screen paint products. We do this at 180 inches outside on a projector that cost me $300. I can see my game menu perfectly fine.
Amazing this looks. 180-inch screen outside and back.
At 3,000, at 4,200 lumen projector I'm using a demonstration, it can't read on a gray screen. It doesn't even pick up on a white screen. See how it looks like a TV out there? That's how you're supposed to look. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. It's a shame because customers get duped into believing at the end of the day that they have to be in dark environments and they have to calibrate and have to spend all this money for these expensive projectors to fix the problem. That's the reason why they advise you to buy these expensive projectors, because their screen doesn't work. They have a good chance of their screen somewhat producing somewhat of a decent image if they have you spend more money for an expensive machine. That's the problem right there. And then until you got to be in this dark environment, you got to darken your windows, and you got to put this like little lights peppered out in the environment for ambient light control. And I say to that, poppycock, because I'm not doing that crap at the end of the day. I do this. So I can go outside at a 180-inch screen and produce Star Wars and play video games outside in the environment that they can't be in because their windows and doors and everything and lights being turned off are blocking the light. No, be embarrassed. And I got dozens of these videos. Dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of these videos. That's what you should be getting. That's what the customers should be getting. Why are you sitting in these dark environments? But I decided with the Apex, the new technology we're working on, and the gunmetal technology, we've already been out here in the light. We can go in places they can't go. The next stage now is to go into your world next. You play in the dark, we're coming in the dark after you. And we're going to show you at the end of the day that your screen won't do jack in the dark. That is going to look awful. The new technology we're engineering is monstrous. When I mean monstrous in the dark, this stuff is absolutely insane. Lights on, you can't come there either because we can crush you. You can't come outside because we can crush you. And in the dark, where you think you're safe, no, it's not safe there either for you. I'm going to turn your screen into a white sheet of paper, literally. Any certified screen, you go against an Apex or that new gunmetal technology and turn yourself into a white sheet of paper. I don't care what projector you choose and what you have, you're not going to be able to stop that technology. That's what we're engineering to do, to take over. Well, I guess the secret is out. Yeah, so basically, yeah, we are pushing to take over pretty much everything. Why do you think we've been developing all this crazy technology, projector mapping, application, gaming technology used for ceilings and floors, home theater setups, all that? Yeah, to take over everything. Because I've been tired of seeing the same dumb stuff every time I come on YouTube. And high-end 4K projectors and dark environments. It's a joke. And to the TVs, you guys are jokes at the end of the day. And the OLED can produce anywhere it wants to produce at. Produces 100% contrast, gorgeous color. You're competing with a TV. That's what you're competing with. Can't do that in a dark environment. Can't take your OLED out here. We can go out here. OLED at 180 inches would cost you a lot of money. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what it comes down to. Your stuff doesn't work in the dark, and it doesn't work with the lights. So, it's just going to obsolete you. And the best way to do it is to take you on site. Everybody. It's a hard decision to make, and I don't want people thinking at the end of the day that I'm a jerk, because I'm not a jerk at the end of the day. I believe that customers should have better quality products. I don't like the products we have today. I really don't. I think they're poor. I think they should do a much better job. I think customers should get what they paid for. The only people that are bothered and upset by this are people who make screen paints. You're bothered by this. This upsets you. See that right there? You should literally be to do that. You should be able to show outer space outside. If you can't do that, then it means your product is obsolete. The whole industry is messed up. It is. They sit there and they lie to you and tell you that, oh, you know, you got to buy this expensive projector, and you get this expensive projector. Now you got to calibrate. And calibrate. Now you got to be in a dark environment because, you know, an ambient light control environment to enhance your picture quality. Blah, blah, blah. It's one thing after the next. That's what it is. And then when you screen, basically, some people, it's so bad that they just accept anything. The picture can be washed out, faded, color can be bland, but just because it shows up on the screen, we accept it. No, you shouldn't be accepting that crap at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? Look at this. This is what you're supposed to be getting off your projector. Do you have any idea how powerful your machine is? This is a knockoff, but anyway, that's a 2011 Sony projector that cost me $300. And you guys are sitting up there with $4,000, $5,000 ultra short those in dark environments, and you can't even pull this. That's pitiful. That's not good. Go to the sales merchant, the Best Buy, or some of these places, and they'll sit there and tell you that the same image you're going to see in this box, on the box, is going to pop up in your living room. That's a lie. That a white screen is going to, your projector is going to produce all the color, all the contrast. It's also a lie. Not going to happen. See, look, we can go out there and we can show our white levels too. Gray screen. Where's your contrast? Where did it go? Where is it at? So you should be able to do this. And you should be able to walk over your screen and you should be able to hit that at a 190-degree viewing angle with no problem whatsoever. Which this video right here, it got a lot of people, I'm about to get a lot of people sued. You know why? Because if my product came up so dark in an apartment, how is it possible it's able to generate outside at 180 inches with no problem whatsoever? So those who violated that, saying that my product didn't do what it's supposed to do, this is going to cost you a lot of money because we can back this up in court. Of course, I would feel better if I had them paint my screen, and I think that's more sufficient. They made the claim, let them back it up. But anyway, this is what you should be getting. You should be doing burning fireplace, you know, all that good stuff at the end of the day. You look at these pretty looking lizards at 720p. That's what you should be getting. So for the customer, yes, you're getting ripped off. You're getting ripped off like there's no tomorrow. You'd be surprised how many different customers I've talked to in a day's time, and they'll explain to me the projector they got, and the reason why they contact us because they can't get the image to act right. And they think they got to spend the money for a more expensive projector. Nope, you spend the money for a more expensive projector, you're still going to be stuck in a dark environment. Same dark environment. You're not going to do anything new, nothing different. You upgrade to 4K, still going to be stuck in a dark environment. Not going to work. So, for all you makers out there, screen paint makers, people do projection screens, and you think your ambient light controlled in dark environments is going to save your behind at the end of the day, I'm here to tell you it's not going to happen. Either you work or you don't. That's how it functions. You work or you don't. So since you need the dark to make your products look good, we're going to come into the darkness and show you where your screen actually is a fail. Like, you know, using a cell phone flashlight to take out a gray screen easily. See how beautiful that looks? It looks just like a TV. That's the message for gray screen paint makers, white screens, certified, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. We don't care. We're taking you out. As for the customers, you shouldn't be paying that much money for your product at the end of the day, and your image outside should look like this, not some washed out, faded, bland discoloration at the end of the day, and you should not be accepting that at all, period. All right, people, I'm going to go. The new gunmetal technology will be coming out. We'll be working on that too. And I got to put my orders in. So I got to get quite a lot of gunmetal to take out. I want to take them all out. And we got black diamond here already, so we're ready to go. That's the only screen I was missing. I think because last time we did gunmetal, we didn't have a black diamond. We got 5 of them now. Got 5 of them. So yeah, we're good to go. We'll take them all out in one day. All I just want to do is take one day to take them all out. That's it. When do we delete Dark Star 9? Anybody got anything new by any chance? So we got that freaking whatchamacallit. I'm doing a test against the carbon black, but I got something for the carbon black. Oh yeah, we got something special for the carbon black. I'm gonna get that screen too, by the way. I'm getting it. I don't care how hard you make the samples for me to get my hands on. I'm going to get that screen, and I got something special I'm designing just for the carbon black. It'll take it out easily, very easily. Well, one thing I learned about the carbon black technology is the fact that it requires an 8,000 lumen projector to fire, which is not good, because that means that's a very expensive projector to begin with. And this machine will do it at 50 lumens and take your screen out with no problem outside. You know, it's funny because I sat back a long time ago and I talked about having the ability to be able to have a screen that operated in sunlight. You know, naysayers came on talking a bunch of trash. I'm like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing. Hey, look, man, just because you can't do it doesn't mean I can't do it. That's you. I told you we can develop anything we want. I'm working on technology that's submersible underwater, which we've already done before, but we're doing a more advanced version of it. Something I'm going to do. Let's see, we want 100,000. 100,000. 100. That's your thing. They don't get mad at me and say, hey, you can't do it. Yeah, we did it already. Yeah, we put that thing up on a channel, should we? That was direct. You can't do that. That's not possible. Direct sunlight. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, Attic. Did we spell Attic right? We did Brown. I forgot we gotta look through our section. Do 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 do. Yeah, Spartan has something to do with what we're doing for carbon. It's a Spartan technology we're engineering, especially for the carbon. And so I can explain this in more of an interesting term. It's not designed just to take out the carbon. It's designed to take out any future projects that Diamond can ever think of. That's what it's designed to do. It's going to obsolete you completely. Unless you can figure out how to get a screen to take in 120,000 lux of direct sunlight, and you're done. This thing shows up at a site, you don't want it there. You don't want it to show up in the same site you're at. Heck, any screen don't want to be near this thing at the end of the day. You really just don't want to be near it at all, period. I would strongly advise that when we do show up at one of these trade shows, do not take your screen and lay it against this technology. It's going to turn your stuff white. And this thing's going to have a halo system sitting on top of it, which means the entire frame is literally made out of light. That's what makes it a bit of a nightmare. So let's get this right. So I would advise you don't go near it. That's what I've been doing on my spare time. Working on the new Nightmare. So this is 60% Adtech at direct sunlight. If you notice, you'll see that the sunlight is nothing here, all sunlight here, and behind the back of the screen is all sunlight. So that's feeding in 100,000 lux of sunlight directly, with the projector behind it costing me only roughly around 5,200 lumens. In order to do a direct sunlight hit, you have to be way higher than 52, way higher to do it. And even your image is still going to have problems. This did it at 60%. This is one of the tests we did on AdTech to make sure it could run in direct sunlight. So imagine having a screen that has that capability. That's what we're working on. So I figure what we're going to do is, it's one of my videos I like to watch. What we're going to do is, we have a part of the Spartan collection. There is a black Spartan coming out. And this thing is brutal. And it's not only designed to basically obsolete screen innovation, but it's designed to obsolete any future projects of anybody. Now, I could market this screen to the super rich because they would have the money to pay for it. But where would it be the fun in that? So, I'm going to market the screen that anybody can afford it. Just to show that we can do it. We can literally bring out a technology so far and so advanced that it would take them years to even catch up. And even at the beginning stages of this technology, which is the interesting part of it all, it is so advanced that it has stair steps attached to it. It has a chance to advance itself. That's why I said any future, go on. But it's so affordable that anybody can afford it, which means it would crush their capital because it can't come down to my level at the end of the day. They would lose money. You can't take a screen you're charging $5,000 for and automatically charge it for a certain price because it costs you too much. No, it wouldn't work right. So how do you make a black screen and charge less for it when you have gunmetal that costs more? And the black is supposed to be more superior than the gunmetal. So how does that work? See, there you go. Infrastructure causes it to collapse. You know, it's strategy. Now, if we make the screen super expensive, well, only the super rich can afford it, then they can honestly say, well, these are cheaper at the end of the day because this screen costs all this money. It's like somebody coming in and taking a car Bugatti, making a car that's far better than the car Bugatti itself. More advanced by years, light years, way better. And it costs far less than the Bugatti itself. There you go. Now you understand the strategy of my business. So, anybody can afford the fancy new Bugatti. And the car itself, well, who would buy something that there's a car out there that's far more advanced than that car itself and costs far less that anybody can afford it? Yep. So pretty soon, maybe in 2025, we'll be showing off the beginning stages of the Infinity One legendary Black Spartan. Pringles. Yeah, this is going to be pretty bad for people. Oh well, it's business at the end of the day. And not to ruffle anyone's feathers, people get mad, upset, and say, well, you guys are developing stuff that you know is going to be very white. It's not about that. It's business at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. You know, competition is good because, again, it pushes people to work harder to make better products. And it's good, actually benefits the consumer at the end of the day. Now, this is the way I see it. If you spend your time working harder, you would have products just as good as ours, right? Okay. So this would cause you to work better, learn more, make better products. But if you go the direction of the idiots and you do dumb stuff like trying to slander my name, then it's law to lawsuits, jail time, that stuff at the end of the day. And this doesn't help the consumer at all. Or it doesn't help you at all, period. Because, again, you're going to spend all your money fighting court costs to stay out of jail and keep from losing all your stuff. So, yeah, that's where that one goes to. Because I can go to court anywhere I want, and I can back my product up 100% anywhere. You can't do that. So you're in trouble on that level. So if this causes people to work harder, make better products, then so be it. It's a good thing at the end of the day. I think it is. Right, I'm going home. Bye-bye.